breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Check it out. Yo, 50 Cent and T.I. done turned verses into war. So we're not doing verses anymore. We're doing semi. This is the new 50 Cent version of verses because T.I., and I gotta keep it 100. T.I. came in and he just said straight up he wanted to do a verses. 50 wasn't trying to hear it. He put up pictures of T.I. Crime Stoppers, then pictures of T.I. on the stand, and pictures of T.I. baby mama, and then King got involved, or excuse me, T.I.'s wife. And then King got involved, and then Damani got involved, and then it done got all crazy, and now I seen him call out Young Dro like if Atlanta's coming to the rescue, and this is not supposed to be a North versus South thing. This is supposed to be hip hop. I'm an old head. I know hip hop, and this is hip hop. Let's start the show, man. All right. Into this real quick, right? We're gonna get right into this real quick, nice and easy. Yo, this is how the beef began. I like these little shorts right here, so I bring them in to incorporate it. Let's keep it moving.
Enjoying seeing your son step up to the moment and the whole family concept.
No, I don't. I don't enjoy it. I do not. Simply because I've spent so much time trying to get this little nigga off the ledge.
Talking about King.
Yes. And now he has justifiable means to undo all of the teachings that I've been teaching.
Now, that's the key right there I want you to understand, right? He said he got justifiable means to undo all the teaching that he's been doing. You seen little King go at T.I., go at Tiny. He goes at anybody. He's a firecracker. He got his father's blood in him. So he goes at him. And T.I. been holding the leash and holding it tight. When I walk my dog Kilo, I wrap the leash around my hand 3-4 times because it's a long joint, because sometimes I got to snatch him back. And that's what T.I. been doing with King. But then now, 50 Cent done jumped out there, and the newest joint that he did, he put up a post, let it be known that he's back, you know, on his dope boy game, right? He said, your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta. Freak shit. Peep it. Keep it on the low. But everybody know. Yo, do you think that's crossing the line? Put that in the comments, man. But then again, you got to keep in mind that Little King wore a T-shirt with, you know, T.I.'s mother on the cover. And we got to get to that. I got to show you that, right? Look. He done put up pictures with 50 Cent's mother. And 50 when he was like 5 years old. You understand? King been taking it to the next level, and some. You know what I mean? He even put up a picture of, you know, 50 Cent and his son. And then he put the post up next to that saying, the next king, right? This is what he said. You think you're raising a man, having him sit on your lap as a teenager? That's some hoe, sir. These lines are being crossed, extremely crossed, you know? So I just wanted to show that to you so you could understand, you know, how this is really moving. And then he also went and posted, you know, 50 Cent's, you know, child's mother. Talking crazy negative about 50. And, you know, I'm showing this for one reason, and I'm going to tell you in a minute, right? But then he even went a step further, and he posted a picture with him working out, and his brother Damani walks by and said, oh, you getting ready for war? Damani said, you getting ready for war, move over. And he get down on the floor and do push-ups with him. Do you think they taking this serious? Look it, right? Because this could get real deadly, because don't forget, after that, right, we're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it 100%, 100. Then after that, King goes to New York. King goes to New York. King goes to New York. And he posted kicking like players up top, letting it be known that he's in New York. He said style, practice, all the love. He said he appreciate all the love that he got from NYC. You know, P.S. dropping again today because he dropped another song, Getting a Bag. Right now it looked like fun and games, right? Look at King, look like fun and games. What's going to happen when Allah willing that the goons don't come out? Because I see what's happening, and the way I see it from a street gangster point of view is that 50 Cent is being real quiet. Because you already know what I'm saying. Bad boys moving in silence. 50 Cent haven't said one word this whole joint other than that joint he put on the track and let it be known that he's coming out with the documentary. And they done made this songs, and videos and memes and everything else. And then the crazy part is, let me see if I can find it. The crazy part is you got other people that's sitting here making memes, making fun of all of this. Like if it's a game, you know, like it's a game. Where's that? Let me see if I can find this so you can see what's going on out there. Because I don't think y'all really understand that y'all taking this too far and y'all throwing fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? Come on. Y'all throwing fuel to the fire. Look at the memes that they're sitting there making. They're joking a man like 50 Cent. 50 Cent in his mind right now is at war. 50 Cent is thinking about bodying something. And they're just trying to make music. Don't y'all see that the two don't coincide at this very moment? At some point, you have to know when to fall back and say, let's leave well enough alone because we ain't trying to go there, you know? And what I like is you had Lil Scrappy tried to speak up, right? Lil Scrappy, listen to Scrap.
T.I and 50 shit. I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to T.I and 50, see, 50 changed my life. You know what I'm saying? When he signed me to G Unit, 50 changed my whole entire life, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget him doing that. I'll never forget what he taught me. I'll never forget them days, you know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but love for Filth. I ride for homie. He poured a lot in my cup when my cup was empty, you know what I'm saying? Okay, somebody just asked me how I feel about the T.I and 50 shit. I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to T.I and 50, see, 50 changed my life. You know what I'm saying? When he signed me to G Unit, 50 changed my whole entire life, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget him doing that. I'll never forget what he taught me. I'll never forget them days, you know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but love for Filth. I ride for homie. He poured a lot in my cup when my cup was empty, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Now, just so you understand, that's how real that is, right? He let it be known he's from Atlanta. He's not trying to get involved in this. I'm going to play the other part where he speaks on, you know, T.I and the love he got for T.I. So don't think I'm being biased. I'm just playing both parts so you can see that Dro see what time it is. He knows it could get ugly, so he's letting it be known that he's neutral. That's between those two men, and that's where it need to stay. It don't need to get grouped up with, you know, the North versus the South, New York versus ATL. That's where it looked like it's going. Scrappy, smart dude, he see it, and he made it be known. All right, let's go. Now, right? So that's where we at with that, right? So Lil T.I. made his stance and let it be known that he riding with his father. His father had to step up and ride with him. 50 Cent put out the joint, and he said he had new music coming out, and the new music that he had was a verse that he put in the new Power series, right? the new Showtime series, you know, forgot what they call it, something with a O, you know, but whatever it is, I just watch it when it come out because 50 make dope movies. See, we're in two different leagues right here. Y'all talking about 50 who's making movies that got visuals to go with it when this is a visual world that I walked into after 26 years in federal prison. And T.I. is making songs. That's like going to a gunfight with a knife. T.I. making, you can make 4 or 5 songs, but when that man dropped that documentary, right now everything looks like fun and games. Like they said, they going to New York and the whole nine. Look at Lil King in New York chilling. They in New York doing their thing. Lil King came to New York, let it be known that he mobbing. He's mobbing, that's what it is. He in New York, he go where he want to go. He ain't worrying about the beef. But yo, Little King, they got a bunch of little YNs in New York that you don't know how they feeling about 50 Cent right now. Or that look good in Midtown. Or that look good in Soho in the Village. But don't get too comfortable and think that you could branch anywhere because you see the streets are empty and it's not to disrespect you, it's just to keep it 100. See how empty that is and the people walking by as Europeans. You don't know how them street youngins is feeling about 50 and how they feel about you, period, besides 50, because they feel like you got a golden spoon in your mouth, pause, you know, no pun intended, but like you got a gold spoon in your mouth and you out here picking a beef with 50 Cent when you comfortable. They ain't had to work for nothing when they out there got to carry Dracos and switches and slide on each other. And you in the mansions and you want to come down here like it's a game? Come on, let's ride. I'm going to take you on a ride. Y'all remember when T.I. was beefing with Little Flip out in Texas when T.I. said he was the king of the South. Little Flip didn't like it. Little Flip was hot. T.I. went to prison. Little Flip took that opportunity to skyrocket to the top. And while he was locked up, T.I. said that Little Flip, you know, told a girl, you know, well, a girl told T.I. that Little Flip went on stage and said, F him or whatever. And I watched that whole video again today. I saw it while I was in the prison about 15 years ago. I watched that joint and Little Flip always stood tall that he never said that. But a female brought that to T.I. T.I. took it personal, came home, and I guess T.I. knew more about the algorithm than we did because T.I. jumped on listening to what the woman said when the man is saying, I never said that. And the man, Flip, even said, there's no tape, there's no video, there's no nothing. T.I. said he had it. Flip said, put it out then. It never came out. Here it is 15 years later. So if you're using things and people to try and elevate to the next level, when you went to Texas over there to Cloverleaf and it kind of got ugly and we don't really know what happened, and this is not to disrespect you, I'm just letting you know that God spared you in Cloverleaf because it could have ended any kind of ways because I heard that, you know, gunshots was fired. And then now you're messing with a man as powerful as 50 Cent that has a whole production studio at his hands to just say, yo, stop everything y'all doing and put this documentary out and shut him down before summer comes. 50 ain't been saying nothing. Like you said, you know when he go quiet, that mean he in the lab and more money getting ready to come from disrespecting your family. Man, y'all figure out a way to work this out, man. Like I said, you got away with Cloverleaf. Let's hope this don't go ugly this way because I love the way Scrappy let it be known that he's not picking sides. I'm going to play the joint where Scrappy also speak on he loved T.I., he loved his music and the whole nine. But it's like y'all have people coming out now to the forefront, letting it be known what side they stand on. And that's what's crazy that I want y'all to understand. You know, this is like, you know, so Lil King let the world know that he could rap. His songs is fire. I love his voice because I like all that Little Durk and, you know, that trap drill music. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But then he put out a picture of Daphne with T.I. Like if T.I. done won and he done took his broad. Do y'all realize how serious this is getting? Let's keep it 100, right? Because we riding. Let's keep it 100. 50 Cent made a 4-part series on surviving Diddy and did not once list his baby mother in it. Because he's trying to keep that separate from that, and now you're pulling that in because he violated you and pulled your wife in, T.I., and your mother, King. So now, do 2 wrongs make a right? Do 2 wrongs make a right? He posted your mother, you post his, his mother of his kids. And right now, this is going to get so ugly, it's going to shake the hip-hop world. When 50 get a chance to respond, he just told you what he's doing. He put the verse in this verse. All he did was a diss verse, and he put it in the new series he got coming up that everybody's going to watch. Millions of people's going to watch it every week and watch reruns and hear that verse and associate them with that to keep that in their mind as he's in the lab creating what he will call his greatest masterpiece. Because Diddy didn't publicly do nothing to him. Your whole family publicly disrespected 50 Cent. And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, do you know who you disrespecting, and do you really want to go down that road? You're trying to rap and you're dealing with a dude as demonic as 50 Cent. Don't you understand that you're having 2 different fights? You're fighting and he's going to war. 50 Cent is in the lab building your weapons. You think what's going on in Iraq is big? In Iran is big. Come on, man. This is bigger than that in the hip-hop world. And the crazy part is, people, because you always got the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls wanting to say something. Bottom line is, so y'all understand where I'm going at with that metaphor. No matter how you look at it, just like that's big in that world, all y'all stuck over here watching 50 Cent and T.I. instead of paying attention to what's going on in Iran. But as soon as you hear something about Iran, you say, oh, how you going to compare the hip-hop to Iran? Because you're living in your own hip-hop world, in your own hip-hop head, in your own hip-hop YouTube, Instagram, and social media. That's all it is. So we don't need to play no games with it. This 50 posted his wife, and now he's posted 50 baby mother that he won and he took her. They done went to New York. They done put up snitch allegations on 50, pictures of his, deceased mother on the shirt. Yo, they've been dogging 50. They've been dogging 50. Did you hear me? And 50 been dogging the world. And you think 50's gonna let that slide without a major comeback that's gonna put him where he was as the king of the troll? Because right now, Little King, get a round of applause. Little King, get a round of applause. All right, calm down, y'all. I know he deserved that. Because he's been in 50's. Y'all tell me what y'all think of that, man. And like I said, you saw how Scrappy got involved and did that, right? Now, let me see where we at. You got T.I., right? This T.I. paid. He got a joint that he did with Young Dro. I've been listening to the music, and I love Young Dro. Young Dro, the one that I heard him when I was up in Raybrook, right? First time I heard Young Dro was 2007 in Raybrook, And, he was playing that joint, Pumping, Dumping, Chunking Yellow Monkeys. And he was on the New York show. I think it was Miss Jones then. And she asked him, what the hell is Pumping, Dumping, Chunking Yellow Monkeys? Because he said that in his rap. And he was saying that was the AK with the banana clip. Never forget that. Round of applause to Young Dro. Because I love Atlanta music. I ain't gonna front. I love Atlanta music from back with what's my man, Little John. Hey! Because he reminded me of me in Club 2000 back in the day, right? And then it's like, we into all of this now. And I thought we was all as one. All my homies moved to Atlanta. And then now they trying to start a beef with New York and Atlanta. Please, let's put a brakes on that. Let's put the brakes on that immediately. Look at T.I. showing that he in New York. You know what I mean? He get New York love, you know, and he even on the billboard. He's even on the billboard downtown. And look how he's standing like, yeah, I'm here. I'm in your town. Yo, come on. Don't instigate nothing, young man. And 50 Cent, please think twice before you make a move, because we love you. We love T.I. We love both of your music. We love both of your contributions. Y'all both been shooting shots. Let me tell you one, right? I'm going to give you one. Let's take on a ride. Let's take a ride. I talked to one of my homies the other day, right? And he said he got in a beef with a dude because, you know, his homie shot at, you know, somebody else that was in the crew. They're all in the same crew. He shoots at the dude in the crew. So the dude in the crew shoots back at him. So now he gets involved as, you know, as the king, the Don, and tell him, yo, fall back, man. He shot at you, you shot at him. Call that a 1-for-1, leave that alone. So that's why I'm telling 50 and y'all to call that a 1-for-1, right? Because let me let you know how this story ends, right? Because dude didn't want to leave the 1-for-1. One wanted to leave it alone, one didn't. One kept pushing. So as he kept pushing and pushing and pushing, now dude is following him. He driving, he following him across town. He followed him from like all the way down to 115th Street, all the way up to 148th Street, you know, in Amsterdam. And they was down there on St. Nick. And he gets out the car in front of a deli where they had 4 policemen standing there. He just knew he was safe because he felt he was being trailed. And then when he gets out the car, the dude that was trailing him, the Don that told him to leave it alone, when dude wouldn't leave it alone, he jumped out the joint and gunned him down in front of 4 police. And that's how that beef ended. When he told him, take a 1-for-1 and leave it alone. We ain't trying to have y'all go out like that, man. That's why I tell you these stories as real and raw as it get. We ain't trying to have y'all go out like that, man. You know what I mean? We definitely ain't trying to do that. And I definitely got to find this Scrappy joint, because you already know that, you know, the haters going to say I only played one part. So I definitely want to play where Scrappy mentions about T.I. in it. You know, see?
Shit. I'm going to tell you, when it comes to T.I. and 50, see, 50 changed my life. You know what I'm saying? When
we're going to leave it there and check back in a minute while I do my talking. But I just want to make sure that I play both parts. I don't know, did I have it on YouTube? Yeah, here it is. I got it right here. This is the one I want to play, because I want y'all to see that Scrappy see the bigger picture, that this could end ugly, and this look like it's starting a north versus south, and this is what we're trying to prevent before we go any further. Y'all enjoying yourself now? It looked fun
50
watching
changed
it
my
and all
life.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
When he signed me to G-Unit.
Yeah, it looked fun and all that right now, man, but this thing could get so ugly to blow your mind, and we ain't trying to really do that, man. I want y'all to hear what he got to say about T.I., because he gave T.I. love too, man. This is about loving all of us, because we all black. We all in this together.
Veteran, you know what I'm saying? He's an Atlanta great.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to T.I., he's an Atlanta veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's an Atlanta great. A Southern great. Like, I feel like he got one of the best flows in the whole game. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get into stuff like that. I got love for both of them brothers, man. I feel like both of them boys are doing great things, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, let them work that out, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with it. I do feel like it should have been a versus. I feel like it would have been fun. It would have been amazing. It would have been lit as hell. Okay, somebody just...
See, he just said it like it is, man, you know? He let it be known that, hey, come on, man, let the men work that out. Because he already see the path is going down. It don't need to go down that path. That's why we here over at Unique Mecca Audio to tell you, the man, stop it. You know what I mean? We don't do that. Now, right? So that's where he at with that. I just had to play that. But then we got Lil Boosie too, right? Lil Boosie has something to say. And, you know, that's the picture that he put up, you know, watching live on that today. Check it out. So now that's what Boosie got to say about that before we tap out, right? So you can see when the street get involved. You know what I mean? Because Boosie speaks the street. All right, let's go.
He should have said that before he went against 50 in that rap battle. I bet he would have lost in 05. I bet he would have lost. You wouldn't have won. He should have said he sucked dick on BET that day. He wouldn't have won that in 05 when all them gangsters was out here. I bet you he wouldn't have sold that much. He wouldn't have sold that much in 05. He should have confessed in 05, 50 Cent would have won. Let's keep it real. When Jeezy was out, when Boosie and Tip was out, when BMF was out, she. You think he would have outsold 50 then? We need to start keeping it real from the jump, because I kept this bitch 100 from the jump.
Man, see, that's how Boosie get down, man. What do y'all think? Y'all think they should stop this crap? Or you think they should keep going? And let me also ask you, you know, who do you think would have won between 50 and T.I? Put it in the comments who you think would have won. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Unique Mecca Audio. You know, subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, Unique Mecca Audio, and subscribe to Real Boss TTTV, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Unique Mecca Audio TV, all that. Let's keep it moving, all right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make a audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars, it's about buying property to make